Good, good morning. Good morning. Time is very early in the morning. I got some running around. I got to do a few errands. But is it just me, or was that a weird episode of The Shot? So we're talking about season 5, episode 1, and I don't want to come off as the YouTube guy that every time I talk about a show or a movie, I always got something negative to say. But yeah, definitely Atlanta let me down. So I know I had a lot of negative stuff in a few other shows. So with this one, I'm not being negative. It just help me out if you out there and you understand what I'm trying to say. If you had that feeling, it was just a weird episode. Like the vibe of the show felt off. Um, Papa, the stuff with Papa and not Kevin. What's the one with the long hair? Is it Kevin? Okay, I'm gonna just say the long hair for right now, cause yeah, that done messed me up. No, Jake, my bad. The stuff with Papa and Jake, uh, it kind of felt like it came out of nowhere. And as positive as Papa is, it seemed like he was extra negative towards Jake in that situation. Uh, yeah, he wasn't a good basketball player. Uh, Jake admitted, yeah, I didn't think I'd have to be that good to play varsity. So I guess in some ways it's saying he has negative expectations or low expectations and doesn't really like to work hard. But for Papa to use his platform to be an in-game host to demean Jake like that, it just it just seemed like it was out of character. It was out of left field, and it was way too strong. It's kind of like when you in a room with somebody and you ribbing and you getting the best of the person. Everybody's laughing at the person, and then the person come back with, "Yeah, that's why your mama dead." It's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Why we got to talk about my mama being dead? So I hope I'm not alone with that. The thing with Papa seemed off, and it seemed like it's gonna be some more drama where he feels unappreciated by Kevin and Jake. And I know a couple people in the YouTube world have expressed that they felt like that Papa might not make it, that he might be a casualty. And maybe that's where they're going because it seems like more so than anything, he really wants a woman and he wants to be accepted in that way. And it seems like, he chooses on these women and they never choose back. And it might be driving him a little off. He might just be fed up. So I hope that doesn't mean he go shoot up a school or do something like that. But unfortunately, a lot of that energy that we get comes from young men who are frustrated that no one wants to be with them. So they kind of take the power into their own hands by doing something vicious, like shooting out. So that's a storyline. Um, I really like Gemma's character. I think she's a beautiful young lady as an actress, and she's one of the more believable characters on the show. Jake seems exaggerated. Papa seems exaggerated. The lesbian couple seems off. Trig and Imani definitely seemed off. It didn't feel believable, but Gemma always feels authentic, and everything Kevin does on the show feels real. So when Jake is treating Gemma like real bad like that, and she says, "I think I should stay with Kevin," I know some of y'all out there was mad, and I can understand that. But I think the young lady, I could see where she's coming from. You know, the these young ladies, man, they don't know how to handle being treated well. Like, it's either boring or they just feel like if you nice, then deep down you must be weird. So it's kind of like counter programming. You know, women have been kind of counter programmed, and to be honest with you, I think that's where the whole Kevin Samuel manosphere, men going their own way, all these different groups popped up because men felt like if I treat you worth half a damn, you're gonna reject that treatment, which leads over to our girl, beautiful dark skinned girl, Kevin's older sister. Her name is escaping me right now, but exactly what I'm saying is what she said to Christian in that voice letter that she wrote him, and then he took a long time to respond and apologized. And basically, it's like he said, "Thank you for taking care of my feelings," but he was basically responding to her in a text that you jumped up and down on my feelings with both feet. And he said, "You black women feel like any black man that's nice and corny has some type of ulterior motive and is some type of serial killer or creep." And he's almost like a warning. He's basically warning black women that you can't continue to look over the nice guy and reject the nice guy. And I think what he's trying to say is nice guys aren't always going to be here. Like, eventually there's going to be a time when the nice guy's just going to disappear. And then you wish that you had had that. So I found that a little frustrating. Only, though, the only way, it's Keisha. It's Keisha, right? Yeah, it's Keisha. The only way I can forgive Keisha for doing Christian like that is if deep down she really has feelings for Emmett still, and if she's gonna be brave enough to tell Tiffany, if she's gonna be brave enough to tell Tiffany that, hey, I know he's your husband and you guys aren't seeing eye to eye, but you know, this is the person that I feel that I'm supposed to be with. Because Tiffany, I'm pretty sure everybody will agree with me on this. She's a character that at this point she can just be done. I don't think any of us would miss her. Iman Shumpert can play good defense as a basketball player, but he isn't an actor, so his acting isn't doing anything. And let me wrap this up with Duda and the other old man. I forgot his name. So they pop up at the end of the episode, having formed an alliance. And I can just imagine what him and Duda are going to do to the city. However, the super old man, it really makes me wonder exactly how powerful was he in Chicago and what does he have over everybody? Because on the preview for next week, He says something like, "Who are you supposed to be?" And he said, "I'm the MF Boogeyman." And, he practically walks with a cane. It's just been my experience in life, especially hood situations. Eventually, you just get to the point when you tired of being stepped on by the plug or the boss, and you just say, "I'm not gonna have it anymore." And I just wonder how much them gangsters in Chicago are gonna put up with before. I mean, Doodah too. I mean, if Doodah got ran out of Chicago, then you know, I don't think that it's out of the possibility that he could be run out again and or killed or taken out. But they act like they so scared of him. So I will say, good episode. It felt the vibe felt a little bit off, but good episode, and I can't wait to see how they're gonna approach the different situations next week. Movies, music, sports, and life. We up.